It was used for hundreds, if not or most likely many thousands of years, and no single tribe actually lays claim to the creation of it. It's as ubiquitous as fish and berries. It was just a part of the culture. When Europeans ended up coming over, they realized the value of this food. Pemmican is dried meat. You can either smoke it or dry it over a fire, it depends on the conditions. Dried berries mixed with a rendered animal fat. And it's a high calorie food that, if made correctly, will last years without needing any sort of refrigeration or preservation outside of just keeping it clean. So, like I said, so many different tribes used it. Europeans adopted it because it was useful. Explorers, settlers, pioneers, and even soldiers would end up using this food. It's gone by the wayside as better food preservation methods have come about, but it's still important, especially to Native Americans. The tribe I'm from, the Oglala Sioux, it's still made on the reservations today. There's different varieties of it. There's ceremonial pemmican, which I found out because one of my coworkers who used to live on Pine Ridge mentioned that when I started talking about creating this pemmican. But no, it still holds a very important part to Native American culture, especially around the Great Plains. Another big thing is, for most people, your ancestors have likely survived off of it. It was common for pioneers to use because it kept for so long. If your family has lived in this area for generations, it's quite likely that the first members of your family coming across on covered wagons to homestead likely used pemmican to survive. Not to mention French fur traders loved the stuff. So basically, if you've been around this area, or even in the western United States, it holds significant and cultural importance. So one quote that I found that I actually was shocked by is Lewis and Clark on their trip. Clark loved the stuff. He wrote that the deer skins which we had cased for the purpose of holding our dried meat was not sufficiently dry for this purpose. We decorated them to be dried by the fire also, the weather being so damp that there was no possibility of pounding the meat as I had wished. It was important for the exploration of the western United States. Again, another reason why it's culturally significant. For as much as I've talked about it, it's culturally significant to me because it allows me to better understand not only my culture, which I was born outside of, but it also allows me to explore the history of the region, getting a better understanding of the people around me. And that's important enough as a human. So, with that, I don't have much more to say. Pemmican's my cultural artifact because it connects me back